Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. So guys, they've just dropped the Clan v Clan, which means we've got a ×10 coming up for some champions. And you know what? For these ×10 for the midweekers where they're not involved in fusions, they're not involved in the kind of general shard pool shenanigans that we do, it feels like these are more targeted at the Krakens, the whales, or perhaps those people that are really trying to push in arena. And this is going to be no different. 2 champions up for grabs here. Tomorrow, there's going to be my number 1 or number 2 pick in every live arena fight. She's in my arena defense when I go for plat pushes. She's in offense teams as well. She's kind of like everywhere. Have you guessed who it is yet? It's going to be, in fact, I'll show you my version so that people can laugh at them. I've got 2. I've got 2 that are built. I've got a Duchess here who is built for kind of like slow boy, absolute tankiness, and basically 6-piece stone skin. Please don't kill her. She's just going to keep reviving people, high resistance. And then I've got another one who's built for live arena, who's more offense based. So kind of same idea really, high health, high tankiness, but much faster, less resistance. But yeah, Duchess is one of the best champions in Raid, for sure. Like one of the highest like carries, hardest carries in the game for all content. Yeah, but she's also an absolute arena legend. She's actually probably the only champion, I'd say the only champion without fail, maybe some dip in and out, but that has stayed arena meta forever. Like literally since she came into the game, she has been high-end arena meta, and I think she's probably the only one who stayed there the whole time. So, what's going on? She got a double hit on her A1, places a shield on herself and someone else with the lowest HP. It's a 10% shield of her health, and you build her health up a lot. So this is like a 10k shield on 2 people. It's a lot for an A1. She's got an A2 with block debuffs and increased attack. So she's buffing your nukers while she's stopping them from taking debuffs. And then you know what? We're going to hide them as well with the Perfect Veil. Perfect Veil gives you damage reduction as well as hides those nukers from the one-shots from the Rotuses around here. This is a brilliant, brilliant A2. The A3 is a full team revive. You revive with a lot of health. The only letdown from Duchess, literally the only one I can think of, is that she doesn't give people a big old chunk of turn meter like some of the other revivers do. But revive on a 4-turn. Gives them a veil as well. So again, you revive them, but you hide them. And she gives them a heal. And then she's got this brilliant passive. So reduces a damage taken from AoEs by 25% in the arena. 15% in all other content against bosses. So it's just straight up an absolutely spanking kit. This one is really, really strong. Speed in all battles as well. So yeah, Duchess is up there as one of the best. On Wednesday, we've got a Void. I don't know how I feel about this one, honestly. He's one of my definite bans in live arena. He's a definitely like top tier champion. I do run a Warlord as well in some of my live arena fights. I was lucky to get a high level shenanigan for him. So yeah, Warlord, top tier. Absolutely top tier. He's kind of been pushed out of the meta for like very high end a bit at the moment because people are running champions that can afford to be locked out. But definitely in live arena, I still think he's strong. I think Yumiko just comes in as like a favorite for someone who does a similar type of job nowadays. But Warlord is definitely still top tier. And he's definitely going to be seeing some love. And also some like ban love in live arena. We're actually working on something at the moment with the optimizer where we can start to give you data around highest pick rates, highest ban rates, all that type of stuff of champions, which will be quite fun to see once we get it going. So that's something I'm quite excited about, actually. But I'm sure this fella will receive some bans. Almost, I reckon 95% of the time that I draft a Warlord, he gets banned in live arena so far. Something like that. Him or Necret. But they're basically in the same spot for me. So, yeah, one of them always seems to get banned. So what's going on? He's got an A1 which will extend debuffs. This is really good for clan boss especially, but generally not a bad A1. He's got an A2, again, with block debuffs. Goes on for 1 turn and then gives people a nice old chunky shield. You know what? I always thought that was a 2-turn block debuff, but it's only a 1. He gets a nice chunky shield for 30% of this guy's health. Again, you build him high health. And he also gives people a nice heal. This A2 is actually bonkers good. Like, people underestimate how good the A2 is to keep people alive. And then the A3 is his lockout. So if he's booked, 100% chance to put everybody's skills on cooldown. Means they're literally just coming at you with A1s, which isn't going to do too much unless it's Rotus. So and the reason why Rotus is so good against a Warlord is because he goes A1, extra turn, then he starts popping off with all his main skills. But yeah, also books up to a 60% chance to drop turn meter on enemies as well. I guess one of the reasons why he dropped out of the meta is because Stone Skin doesn't allow you to drop turn meter, so this skill becomes less and less useful against some enemies. Also, because of Stone Skin and Reaction Gear, you don't really want to drop people's turn meter because you need them to have their turn so they can actually die. But yeah, it gives you resistance in all battles. My one is just built immunity set reasonably quick with good accuracy to get his ability away for live arena. But there you go, 2 live arena gods coming at you through the Clan v Clan. Is that enough to tempt you into shard pulling? Let me know, or is it just for the Krakens? I've been Hell Hades. See you later.